Hey, how you going? Hey, I'm just sort of, I wanted to just go through. I'm all over this AI. Like I'm all over it. I've built something exceptional. Like I've nearly written 1 million lines of code with AI now, and we're getting pretty good at it. Now I've given this thing a bit of a heads up, right, with your module. So what we've done is I've actually fed it into, I made a folder, very specific folder, and we can always edit and change. I gave it the Excel file that you've actually got, yeah. And then what I've done is I've actually coming into what I'll call the logic of AI. I've actually let me just scroll right up. So obviously this is how much work it's done for me. Okay. No, I'm bullshitting. No, that's my work. Sorry, my bad. My bad. I'll go down to the bottom. So, so basically, I've written it. Please review this. Do a super analysis of this Excel file. It's got macros. It's got a number of sheets. I don't really know any more about it than what you do, AI. But what I need you to do is basically reconstruct it as an Odoo module, okay, and do an absolute thorough job of it. And then please make me a file where you can do your own quality checks while you build this module. Now, look, what it's just done, it's finished that. What it's got is basically it's saying 100% replicates your Excel workbook. What was delivered, 9 Odoo models, which is database type things, one for each Excel sheet. So we're learning. We don't know anything about this thing yet. So once I talk to you, it's going to basically far out, replicating 25,000 plus Excel formulas. That can't be right. Yeah, so look, irrespective of what it is and what it is not, I don't know any more than what it's done. So I'm imagining that we're going to come up what I've asked for. We've got models, which is database tables, views, which is styling, security, which is just access for different people inside of Odoo. So there's some, it looks like it's almost like a quality control checker on your own. Oh, no. I think that's my own quality checking that it's doing. And then it's got a bit of a README file as an MD. Let's have a quick look at what it says with that. Let's have a quick summary of what it says there together. Okay, so overview, blah, 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 blah. So it's given quite an in-depth document around setup sheet configuration. You'd probably know this better than I. Okay, so it was basically now telling me to restart Odoo and all that sort of stuff. It's telling me how to run it. I'm not going to bother with that for this moment of time because I'm actually on the trot ready to go out the door as well. Excel to Odoo mapping. Not sure whether it's I'm not sure exactly what it's doing associated to there, as in that could actually be related to that. Yeah, so look, we'll call that okay. Let's just see if we can't install it though. That'll be the big trick. You've got to restart Odoo because it's taken on a new model and we're sort of just getting our head around it. And whilst that's doing that, look at this one. So we've done all of this is AI. All of this has been done with AI. The way I say it is I couldn't code, so save my sorry ass. But I understand databases, but I could not code to save my sorry ass. So look, oh no, it's restarting possibly. I've been doing a lot of work on that, so it's probably going to crash. So we go into apps. We're going to look for Geo for the minute. Actually, I've got to update my apps list. Hopefully we can find Geo. Geo test. Let's see how it goes. And it'll be a bit buggy maybe. There's a very high chance, very, very high chance right now. So I'm going to just copy that back in. So again, I've done none of this yet. And it's done its own debug checks. But now I'm actually doing, I thought I copied that. Copy there. We'll give it what I'll call the analysis. It's going to get going. It's having a look. I love this shit. It's actualizing. It's pondering. What's it doing now? So that's a load order. So when an Odoo module, so basically it's load this piece, load this piece, load this piece. And what he's saying is that he actually had the order of operation wrong. So it was looking for something that was going to be loaded after it was actually being asked for. So, hey, I haven't got that. How can I keep going forward? Oh, the order's wrong. So that's what's happened there. So that's a little code trick, we'll call it, in Odoo. And again, I can't write it, but AO knows it. And this is something that you can learn too. Where am I? We want to go back here. We want to do that. I've restarted Odoo. Going to activate that again. Here we go. New bug. It's either bullshit me or it's a new bug. And back to Claude. Click the right one. No words, just the analysis. I'll hand over the information that it can't get. Now there is actually the opportunity to say, look at the log file and all this sort of stuff, but this is quicker. Right, so this time it's a syntax error, whereas just, I'll call it a typo in tech world. And this thing works so fast, This is incredible. So at the moment, we're about 20 minutes in, for this whole exercise. And I've jumped in midstream with yourself. So where are we? It's having a bash at it. It's forming something up. So where are we? Okay, find ampersand characters. So it's looking for a number of them to see whether the mistake's been repeated. Perfect. Now let's check if there's any other. So it's just going through the whole module. It's done a bit of a scan with a different Windows tool here. I don't understand all this grep instead and blah, 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 but I know it's all commands and things like that sort of stuff. I got no idea. So whatever, good, cool. All right, we'll tell it, we'll teach it a trick or two. Let's see if we can bat the ball back and say, hey, you're talking shit here. Let's see how we go. Back over here, activate, get ready for it. Yep, there you go. But that's all right. I don't know how to code. So I'll bat it back, straight back. And these are things that I've asked it to do QA checks, but it's kind of like it doesn't know. I probably should have actually given it a different module that we have as QA check in some of our other style of work, but it probably actually, see, it's seen this before. So if I gave it our own QA checker, I'll just come backwards while it's doing its thing. What we've created is a little AI toolbox for their modules that we've got coming together. Whoops. Right, so all of these, so there's like this QA checker, and it'll actually go through and it do a self-check, and all those trees and lists and ampersands are all meant to be captured in here, because AI is almost like next version human, very, very good, but it's conversational starting, but it still skips, it still makes mistakes, it's not up to date with the latest and yada, yada, yada all the time. So because it's actually made a tree view there instead of a list word. And that's because in earlier versions of Odoo, it was called a tree and now it's called a list. So it wasn't insightful, even though it's done a power of work for me. It's almost like its upstairs system does not know that. Yeah. So here we go. So, right, let's give it another shot, because we have moved on through the different bugs. So that's pretty cool. Let's just close this one. Click into that one again. Where are we? Oh, new trick. Ding dong. what I'm going to do is I'm going to do two things here. I'm actually going to introduce it like I've been saying to you. Sorry. Can't spot type and talk, can I? Right, so I've just basically, there it is again, right, I have a new look, but then this time also use this tool. Yeah, it's not exactly what we've designed the tool for, but it's going to give you a vast, yeah. So now it's philosophizing. Okay, so now it's bash is a start, so fine, cool. So now it's going through with that checker. There you go. It's found it somewhere else through the event. So this is saving me doing all this repetitive now, and it's something that I've taken, like I say, I'm in the vicinity of 1 million lines of code that we've done with AI, and it's actually I've probably done 15, probably done 1.5 million lines of code, but it was so much bullshit at the start. It was just crap. And then when I say crap, it's not crap. But here's a good example. Here's a good example. So we actually had this module already, and I actually asked it, can you rename this module so that we can blah 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 blah. What did it do? It actually made a new module. So we've duplicated, and that just becomes heavy, and it becomes crap data and redundant data, and now it's bullshit, and they're trying to manage it all, and it's just, quite honest, it's just a bit of a head fuck. Yeah, these are things that I still go through, and I still use now some scripts so it'll analyze, and I've got all these checkers in my toolbox. And okay, it's finished. Let's go and have another crack at it. We'll see if we can. There's some JS, which is JavaScript, and different sort of things that this isn't quite picking up. So I don't actually mind finding a few bugs along the way. Don't mind helping old Claude out, but it's actually looking a bit healthier. So, all right, let's see what we've got. Geotech, fine. All right, so now we've got to create a new one. I have no idea what I'm up against. Okay, so without knowing any more of what anything is, here it is. All right, now I have no idea. We want to add a line. Fine, we've got data entry points. Again, I have no idea what we're up against, 0. And the next discussion point is really about, well, what is all this data meant to do? How do we actually do it? What do we got to do? And there'll be some sort of macro or button to push and reformat. And we've done a huge amount of things with Odoo, like huge amount of things. So I think it's upwards and onwards with that one, though. Happy days. Talk to you soon. Bye. Where's my off button? Have a good one.